There's an aura of clutterophobia pervading this room. It's hovering over us everywhere. It's an aura of clutterophobia. We have with us Eric Little. He is a STUFFologist par excellence, and he even signs his name as Eric Little STUFFologist when he writes you an email. And then, of course, we have our illustrious Brenda. She is the clutterologist in residence, and she's been regaling us with all kinds of talks on the evils of clutter. And so we all know what clutter is, and we all want to get rid of everything. Now I say, throw it out. Throw it all out. I don't think Eric and Brenda have really gone far enough. Now, both Eric and Brenda have written a rather erudite thesis, a dissertation on clutter, which is available to you in book form as well as on tape. And rumor has it that next year they will be hosting an international congress of clutterology right here in Lancaster. And they've invited me to be a speaker, but they didn't know that the topic of my speech was keep it all around. Of course, they also have a debate at the end of the meeting, a colloquium, and I'll be talking there about better be a keeper, you may have to use it later. Now, in the newspaper the other day, I saw an article by Larry Foss. I don't know if you read him. He had a column here called Clutter Clones Itself. And this is an article written tongue-in-cheek, and what he is saying is that every time he looks for something, he can't find it. There's so much clutter. And so he has to buy something new. So then he has two of everything. And then he can't find the second one, then he buys another hammer, and then he has three hammers. So he wonders whether he should really clone himself. Now, Brenda has regaled us in the past with their discourse on clutterology and the evils thereof. And she's even given us a new word, clutterology. And she says there are cluttergories. And cluttergories are five of them. There's the physical clutter. According to her, there's also the mental clutter. And there's also the, the temporal clutter. And there's digital clutter. And on top of that, believe it or not, there's sensual clutter, Brenda. Sensual clutter, that smacks of sensuality, lasciviousness, concupiscence. But I don't think that that's what she has in mind. Well, she also says that it lightens us. To get rid of clutter lightens us. What does that mean? We're losing weight, awesome. It lightens us. Wonderful. How right Brenda was and how right Eric Little is. But I don't think they've gone far enough. I say throw it out, throw it all out. Well, let's take a look at category number one. Cluttergory number one, physical clutter. This is material things, she says. All right? We have too much. So, throw out your clothes. You only need one shirt to wear, one shirt and long, right? Throw out your shoes. You only need one pair of shoes, the other one in case something goes wrong with this one. About food. We don't need any food. We need only oatmeal in the morning, vegetables at lunchtime, and vegetables in the evening. That gives you all the vitamins you need. Throw out everything else. About drinks, forget about Cokes and soft drinks and beer and vodka and all this. All you need is water. Monks only drink water. So if you want to live a monkish existence, you want to be an ascetic monk, be one. And you only need a one-room house. You only need one bed to sleep in, one table to sit at, and one chair to sit at. Furniture, you don't need any furniture at all. But then we come to the next category called mental clutter. Oh boy, mental clutter, she says, don't have any thoughts, too many anxieties, too many emotions. Can you imagine that? In other words, don't have any regrets about anything. Forget about that. No mourning, no nothing. If you're sorry that somebody died, your grandmother died, just let her rest in peace. That means no thoughts. You can't learn anything. So empty your mind of all thoughts. And don't worry about the kids. She says worry is clutter. So don't worry about the kids. Let them get in trouble. Don't admonish them for anything. And then she mentions emotional clutter. So what do you do about emotional clutter? That means you have no love. You can keep it all inside. You don't cry. You don't caress. Bye bye love, bye bye sweet caress. Hello emptiness, I think I'm gonna cry. Bye bye my love, goodbye. Live amongst existence, that'll make you happy. And then we come to digital clutter. How about digital clutter? No photos, she says. Throughout all your memories, throughout the photos of your kids, of your grandparents, we don't need any of this stuff. No mail, no email. No mail, don't send any thank you notes. No, throw it all out. Digital clutter, no stereos, no iPhones, no photos, no emotions. We already talked about that. No sex, so throw it out, throw it all out. And then we come to temporal clutter. There are too many activities, absolutely. So what means you have to be a monk, a monkish existence in a cell with one cot to sleep on. All you have to do is fast and pray and prepare yourself for the hereafter. So we are too attached to anything. We have to be hermits. Then we are attached to nothing, and we can live a very happy life. So we can't think of any birthdays, no Christmas, no birthdays, no Easter. That's too much of an emotional attachment. We don't need any of that at all. And then, of course, we come to the sensual clutter. Imagine this sensual clutter. We already said that we can't have any sex, can't have any emotions, can't show any love. But what she means about sensual is actually the senses, like noise, touch, scent, taste, and sight. Let's take a look at those. Sight, you can't look at anything because it starts your emotions, so you have to blindfold yourself. Be blind, don't look at anything. Noise, you can't have any music, you can't even talk. You should dispense with Toastmasters entirely. We're talking much too much around here, especially me. Touch, you can't touch anyone. Can't touch, you can't hug, you can't kiss anyone. Bye bye love, just remember that. And scent, you can't, women can't use perfume. Men can't use any aftershave lotion. All this stuff is taboo. Taste, you can't use any salt, you can't use any pepper, you can't use any spices, just bland oatmeal, and that's all you need. Well, now, if you do this, then you'll be very happy, and you can think about throwing it out and throwing it all out. Now, we would have a much better world if we throw everything out. That is true. Be a hermit. Everybody should be a hermit. Then there wouldn't be any war. There wouldn't be any crises anywhere. Now, but I will keep you on tenterhooks because I'll have a future talk which will be entitled, Be a Keeper, You Will Need It Later.